Hey folks, this is Sam Roberts.
Hey, this is Kim Mitchell.
This is Hannah Georges.
This is Matt Mee.
This is Derry Graham from Honeymoon Suite, and you are listening to...
You're listening to...
And you're listening to
The Hulk Caesar Show.
Welcome to the Hulk Caesar Show. I am your host, Hulk Caesar, and with me, as always, is my illustrious co-host, Newfoundland Songbird, Emily Molloy. Emily, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Joining us this evening is a dedicated community advocate and a voice for residents in the east end of our city. She's the city councillor for Ward 1 in St. John's, where she works to ensure the needs of families, seniors, and local businesses are heard and addressed. With a background in business management and a long history of volunteerism, she brings a thoughtful, hands-on approach to her role. I can vouch for her, for I've known her literally all of my life. My big sister, Jill Bruce. Welcome back to the Hulk Caesar Show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Jill, you were elected to city council all the way back in 2021. Here we are 4 years later. What's your time in office been like?
Oh, it's interesting, maybe. We'll start with interesting. I've done a lot of different jobs and I've worked in a lot of different places. But I think this was one of the most difficult to start from scratch. I describe it as jumping off a really high diving board into a really deep pool and you don't know how to swim.
Oh,
God. So, and I don't like diving boards and I don't like water and I can't swim. So you can imagine. It was great. But I will say that it's taken me 3.5 years, but I think I'm there. Nice. So
okay.
it's quite a learning curve. Yeah.
What were some of the things that were really hard to pick up?
So I think just the first thing was just trying to figure out who everybody was, because it's organized. Like the city is huge and the staff is huge. And then I'd be first day on the job, I'm getting emails from people about what do I do with this and how do you do this? And I'm like, I don't even know who to send this to. So that was really frustrating because I wanted to know everything right now.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of patience. I think Steve can attest
No
to
comment.
that one. So that was really frustrating. Also, the social media part was extremely difficult.
Yeah.
I had always just kind of, went on Twitter and read things, but I'd never been the victim of a tweet.
Yeah.
So that was very difficult. So now that Twitter's gone away from me, that's definitely changed things a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
But the last thing is I found too, like not being able to do every single thing that people wanted me to do was very hard because I just wanted to do everything everybody needed done.
Absolutely.
So yeah, figuring that out too was really hard.
What were some of the highlights of your term?
The highlights have been the last 2 years because we all take different portfolios. So I had to find my joy. Some people, that's finance. I found out mine wasn't audit, which wasn't shocking to me.
Yeah.
I found community services, and then I found special events that comes with cruise, and I found like the seniors advisory committee. But the community services has brought me so much joy. It's so fun. And like my time is just really starting to gear up now. So all the festivals and the concerts, and it's just the best thing.
Cool.
Do you get to go to a lot of that stuff?
I get to go on a lot of site visits.
Yeah.
But can't accept the free tickets. But it's really interesting too to see how these shows come to be and how many people are involved with it and how all the check boxes have to be checked before it can happen. Really, really interesting. I love it.
Cool.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you do with the cruises and stuff?
So I'm authorized through the Port Authority to board the ships when they come here. So myself and a staff member and a representative from the port, we get to board pretty much every ship that comes into the harbor.
Do you get a rank?
Of course, Captain.
Captain. Wow,
Captain,
amazing.
Captain, Princess, Queen.
Love.
Yeah, they curtsy.
Sounds official.
It's very, I usually get a curtsy when I noticed you didn't curtsy, Steve.
We don't
That's
curtsy
fine.
here.
But so we get to go on, we get to meet the captain. And so most people are off the ship because they want to get around and look around and stuff. But the captains and most of the staff stay on. So we get to meet the captain. We get to, promote the city. I mean, they don't have final say, obviously, where they go, but they love St. John's. And it's really, then we get a tour of the ship. and they always invite us for a meal. We don't ever stay, but and we present them with like a Newfoundland box of chocolates, and they give us a plaque for the port, and we give them a plaque of the city, and it's really fun.
That's so
really
sweet.
fun.
So much stuff happens in the city every day. Like, what does the life of a daily life of a city councillor look like?
Oh, don't ask me this week. It's been a week. So I guess I'll say it here first. I'm actually going for re-election.
Ooh, breaking news.
Breaking news.
I hadn't even heard that yet.
Heard it here
Oh,
first.
there you go. This is new. This came on last week. And ever since I've been saying it out loud, it's like the universe is like, oh, you think you are? Hold my beer.
Yeah.
I got you. Try this. Just to make sure I'm really sure. So yeah, this week it's a lot of emails. It's a lot of phone calls. It's committee work, but there's also then definitely the phones calls and the emails are the heavy. And like if we have something like we have construction this week, really big construction in my ward. And that is just taking all of my time because it's just a constant flow of emails and people just want to know things. So some of it after the first couple, it gets easier, but the first couple emails are like, who do I reach out to? Okay, I got all these people. I got to pull everybody together and we'll get this done, but it's a lot.
That sounds like a lot of work.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's busy, so that's good.
What do you feel are some things that the city is doing right?
I think we're really good at listening to people. Sometimes people think that their recommendations and their voices are not heard. But I've seen even a big shift since I've been on council with our engagement and our processes. Like when we're going to do something like a recreation plan or we're doing community plans now for different parts of the city. And we want people's opinions and we want to make sure that what's important to them is important in the overall plan. So I think we're really good at that. I think we've got the best staff I've ever worked with in my entire life. And again, I've worked with a lot of people in a lot of places and some really good staff, but we've got very, very dedicated, empathetic, good people who are in the right place. So I think we're doing the hiring, obviously we're doing that right. And I think when it comes to things like housing, affordable housing and getting homes built and having places people can walk in the wintertime because we're doing some extra snow clearing and our shared use path network is going to be awesome when it gets done. Like we've seen Kelly's Brook Trail. I don't know if you've walked that one, but it's glorious.
Really?
It's a paved shared path. It's lit in the evenings. It's amazing.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, we're doing some good stuff.
What are some things you think the city could still work on?
I think there's always going to be work. I think everything that we're doing now, we just need to keep building on it. Unfortunately, everything that we do requires funds. And we're very unlike provincial and federal in that we have to balance our budget every single year. We can't have a deficit. So with the cost of everything increasing every year, and we've seen it in the last 2 years especially, we're not sure how the tariff thing is really going to come into play this year. Probably if it's still there, it's not going to be good. It definitely won't be good. But trying to balance the needs and the wants with the overall funding, because we're mainly the majority of our funding comes from mill rate.
Yeah.
And we understand that, people are feeling it. So we had to be very cognizant that when we raise mill rate, yes, it does cover off your basic services, but it does affect people, quite dramatically, especially if they're seniors, right?
For sure.
All right, well, let's take a quick break. Here's a clip from when we first started doing video just back in January. He's on tour in the Maritimes right now with Kelly McMichael. It's John Moran with Liquor Store on the Hoke Caesar Show.
Yesterday I stood in line at the local liquor store. The lady asked me, did you find everything that you're looking for? I said, not quite, there's just one thing I don't see on your shelves. A bottle that can cure us of what we've done to ourselves. So who am I to call upon to register my complaint? Customer service representatives or pity's patron saint? Of all the things I've tried to be, most of them I ain't. Along the way the lines got blurred and now I need some paint. Maybe I overlooked some information that I need to know, that never comes up in conversation anywhere you go. She looked at me and said, "My son, I'm just an employee at the local liquor store. What does this have to do with me? Just take your change and move along. My heart goes out to you. But now I must get back to work. There's someone in the queue." And sure enough, behind me stood a young familiar face, waiting to take my place when I'm done the race. Dressed in black with sneakers on, I've seen them at the pub. I tried to give a friendly nod, instead I got the snub. Maybe I overlooked some information that I need to know, that never comes up in conversation anywhere you go.
The Hook Caesar Show is brought to you by our friends at the Resource Center for the Arts at the LSPU Hall. Join them on May 23rd for Shade and Cinema, a drag artist film roast of the 1989 comedy horror Cannibal Women and the Avocado Jungle of Death. Drag artists Irma Gerd and Ida Kumquat won't hold any punches as they give their live commentary during the film. They'll have their specialty cocktail, the Jungle Gin Spritz, to purchase in the... That's a weird sentence.
That's a lot of words.
They'll have their specialty cocktail, the Jungle Gin Spritz, for purchase in the Cox Palmer second space, along with complimentary popcorn. Now, this is a fundraiser for the Resource Center for the Arts, so please come on out and show your support on May 23rd. We love the Resource Center for the Arts. Tickets and more information available at www.lspuhall.ca.
All right. We're joined by Ward 1 City Councillor Jill Bruce. Jill, what were some of the first jobs that you had?
I had great jobs. Let's see. So my first job, I think my very first job, was working in a little tiny grocery store.
Frank's?
Yes. So I worked there, bagging groceries.
Where's Frank?
Frank's was
in Whitburn.
In Whitburn,
It was our town grocery store. It was a happening place. So that's where I learned how to bag groceries like a pro. And
Me
that's
too.
why I don't let anyone else bag my groceries, because I have control issues, obviously.
I also worked at Frank's.
Yep. So I did that. And then when one summer, I think grade 11, I decided I was going to go to BC and stay with my aunt. And I was going to babysit. But she no longer needed a babysitter because she hurt her hand when I got there. So I was like, well, what am I going to do now?
Oh, wow.
So I worked as a chambermaid in a motel. Oh, my God.
I forgot about that.
Wow.
Oh, I can clean a bathroom, let me tell you. But the great thing is it prepared me for working at Irving on the highway in Whitburn, where all I did was pump gas and clean bathrooms.
Oh, wow.
So
I also followed in her footsteps there.
You
the
worked
little
at
joke
Irving too?
Yeah, the little joke not jokes, it wasn't funny, but it is now. The DRL bus used to stop in Whitburn, but it started in Port-au-Bass.
Oh.
So sometimes people didn't get off the bus until they got to Whitburn.
Oh, no.
and their first stop would not be to buy a bag of chips.
That is so sad.
It would be to go to the washroom.
That is so sad.
So yeah, I've had a lot of. I worked with Canada Post for a while. I delivered mail. I was a first aid
Oh,
instructor.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah, I did that. I worked with
cool.
Service Canada, EI. I worked with Enterprise Rent a Car and rented cars for 10 years, which I
wow.
loved. That was fun. And
There's no way you're old enough to have worked all of these
Emily,
jobs.
I think I'm going to take her home. You can say it to me every morning.
This is amazing. You've tried literally
every 4
everything.
years. Every 4 years. That's what I do. And I'm a stay-at-home mom for like
Now she's in
8
politics
years,
every
so.
4 years is perfect, right? 'Cause you
Right.
get to decide.
I know, it's my cycle. So yeah.
You get to choose.
Right. I know. It's fun. That's what makes life interesting.
Yeah.
And when you were a kid, Jill, what do you want to grow up to be?
I don't know when I was a kid, but when I went to university, I wanted to be a speech pathologist.
Oh, wow.
And then I got sidetracked, like we do.
Yeah.
And there was a course I had to do, and I was like, oh, that's too hard. It totally wasn't, and just kind of fell off it. And then got a little lost for a year. Didn't really know what I wanted to do in school. I knew I wanted to do something, but I wasn't sure. So then I went to the college and I did business, and I loved business and marketing. Like marketing is my jam. But I kind of I don't regret a lot of things, but I wish I'd done speech pathology.
Yeah.
And what would you do with that? Like, what kind of job would you do?
So you work with adult children, just people who have difficulties with speaking. Could be through strokes. It depends on where you work.
Not
what
because
you do.
of their thick Newfie accents, though, I guess. Say.
No. Well,
Maybe, I guess.
If you really
You
want
do
to
on the
lose it, I
side,
guess.
yeah.
You know,
The main line got rid of mine mostly.
No, we don't want to do that. That's good.
What do you like to do when you're not working for the city?
I'm like a granny, right? So I like music. So I'm like, love Phil Collins.
Oh,
so,
wicked.
and love a Tom Collins. So I'm really just an 80-year-old person.
The old T&C collar, T&P Collins.
Right. And then it gets better because I love to knit and crochet.
wicked.
So, I just, in the wintertime, I just sit on the couch and knit mittens all winter in the evenings, right?
I couldn't get knitting down. Crocheting was easier, I think, in my personal experience.
Yeah, I know. So I learned crochet through YouTube.
Oh.
And then I was like, well, I did know how to knit when I was young, but I couldn't remember. So then I kind of had someone teach me, basically, because you need someone sometimes in front of you, right?
Yeah, hands-on for
But
sure.
but I love to walk my dog too, because he's the best little dog.
Which dog's name? I know, of course.
It's Gizmo.
Gizmo. I love
What
Gizmo.
kind of dog is he?
He's a Havanese.
He's very excitable.
He's very he's the most excitable when Steve
Of
comes over.
course.
When me and Tangine go over,
Oh.
we have to come, hello, Gizmo.
Yeah, he's not
nice
allowed
to
to talk
see
to
you.
him
Yeah.
because he goes bananas.
No eye contact.
Yeah, no, he's really bad when Steve comes over.
Oh my God.
Anyways, yeah.
Jill, you have a long history of volunteer work. What do you think volunteering is important?
I think because if we didn't have volunteers, the organizations that rely on them so much could not do the amazing work that they do. And I'm trying to get my teenage children to one is almost an adult to understand that. I mean, it looks great on resumes, right? Especially when you're young, you don't have a lot of job experience, but work experience. But it's for me, it was very fulfilling because I could go in and I could pick what I want to do. It's not like a job where you have to stay there. If you don't like the place you're volunteering, you can try somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it gets you can do something different from maybe your regular job. But just being in those roles and realizing how important these positions are to these organizations, I mean, they're huge. I've heard, and I know that since COVID, because a lot of it stopped, and a lot of the organizations haven't built back up. They're having a lot of trouble volunteering. So I know Canada Games have almost met their demand, which is huge. Mm-hmm. But I hope it encourages people to want to volunteer somewhere after that's all over.
Yep.
Right?
Sure.
Put the push on it. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What advice would you give to someone, especially a young woman who might be thinking about running for council?
It's funny. So I was just off before we started this talking about how Amanda Muse was on your show last week. Mm-hmm. And I've done a lot of work with Amanda. She's great. NTV have been so supportive for me and my role in getting the word out about events.
We're an
and
NTV
things.
family.
Oh, yeah. But just the best. Mary Kate, the whole work. So, but when I listened to her, because I know her in her work professional environment, and then she said something that when I was listening to her, I thought, oh my gosh, this is so real. She felt like she had imposter syndrome. And it's so weird that I think a lot of us feel that way, but I think a lot more women feel that way. And especially when you're in like I find, I put myself in a lot of careers where I am sometimes the only woman, or like working in gas stations and working in car rental agencies. Like they're primarily male back when I was doing it. And even with city council, like we're pretty balanced right now, but it has not been that way. And it may not be the way next time. So it's only recently that I walk up the stairs of City Hall and I don't feel like I'm doing somebody else's job. I feel like it's finally mine, but it took way too long. So I would say to someone, take it, embrace it. You earned it. You own it.
Yeah.
Don't wait for it to finally click with you so long. And the other interesting thing she said was she's learned finally how to separate her NTV Amanda from her home kind of Amanda. I don't know how she said exactly, but again, that took me so long, which is why I think I finally come to these realizations why I want to run again. Because a year ago, I did not want to. I made my husband promise me that I would never do this again. Oh, God. And then it's almost like but you have to come into your own, right? Yeah. Like anything, but just separating that, because when people would say things about the city of St. John's, I'd be so mad. And I'd be hurt, and I'd be like, why would they say that? Like, that's not what we do. And I thought it was me. That's not me. I'm not the city of St. John's. I'm just Jill Bruce, who's doing the best she can do every single day, getting up out of bed and hoping someone doesn't yell at her today. Which people don't yell at me a lot, by the way.
I was going to say, who's yelling at you?
Kill him!
Take him down.
When it's winter. When it's winter, lots of people yell. But yeah, I think that would be my best advice, especially to a young woman, to just like really own it.
Yeah.
And don't let those comments, and the way Amanda put it was so real, and I'll use it 100 times. I hope she doesn't mind, but just, you have to be two people. You have to be you, your family, your friends, the person that they know, and then you have to be the person who can answer the phone and let people vent and let them go off the rails and let them think that the city doesn't do anything, or whoever you work for. Just keep it separate. Yeah, it makes your life a lot easier and a lot more fun too.
Then you don't have to take it home with you too.
Well, that's what happens, right? It just spreads into your whole house, and you're like the psycho mom, psycho wife. Nobody wants that.
Like, that's why we knit and listen to Phil Collins.
Well, quickly, when my kids were little, and their friends would be in the trampoline, and I'd have the window open in the bed, the little half bath, because I could see them, and they'd be out there playing. I'd say, "What are you playing today, guys?" "We're playing a game called Monster Mom." What is that? I'm not going to ask what that means. Basically, it was their mom. They were taking turns yelling at each other through a window. Like, all right, that's fine. Monster Mom. So, I don't want to be that person again.
If Jill had decided not to run again, I was going to run for her seat under the slogan, "You've had the best, now try the rest."
You should have gotten just on that alone.
I know, right? Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, well, Jill, here's a serious question.
Okay.
If you could magically pass one bylaw with no debate or red tape, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one.
Interesting.
Oh, I wish you had told me before, because I would have put more thought into it.
We're not much of a thought show.
I know. So something we don't currently have, because we have bylaws that I wish we could enforce better. Does that count? One that we don't have.
What do they call them? Bylaws? Is there two of them?
I don't know.
Is there like a lot of loopholes in a bylaw instead of just a regular law?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll look into that.
Yeah, let me know. I'm really interested. Maybe I'll find out tomorrow.
I need to Google.
Yeah, you must have somebody in the city who can answer that question.
Yeah, I'm sure I got a person for that. What would I pass if I could do any bylaw? Okay, you might have to come back to me.
All right.
It's really tough. That's a hard
That's a
one.
tough question.
Because we have so many bylaws.
Can you think of one that you might want to do, Emily?
Yeah, because you don't know what we already have. See, I already know that we have something that covers almost everything.
Yeah.
So what we?
I don't know. What would there like?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you this one. I don't mean to cut.
What's
you
one
off.
that we already have?
So one that we have that really, it's not. This is not fun and sexy, but we have. So our bylaws that you just don't walk around the city and have your dog off leash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I hate those
fine.
people.
Yeah.
So. But people do it.
Yeah.
And they're like, why don't you enforce that bylaw? I'm like, listen, I hear you. But what I would say is that if we didn't have the bylaw, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
So that we do have it so that most people don't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when I come up to you and you have your dog off leash and I say, you have to put your dog on a leash, and you say no, and I hand you a ticket, and you don't want to take it and you let it fall on the ground and I don't know your name, it's really hard to enforce.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
wish that
didn't
we
think of
could,
that.
I wish that when I saw people who do that, I could just take the ticket and stick it on them and they'd have to pay
You
it.
should be allowed
Yeah.
to tase them. You're a government official.
I like something.
This
Right?
is why you shouldn't be running.
I know. Like, it just really.
Look, all I want a $400
Steve was
million
like, "Where's my
jet.
taser gun?
Right?
I thought I got a
just-
taser gun."
That seems really minor, but it's really annoying because I
Yeah.
get so much on that, and I get people who are frustrated because it
Oh my
makes
God,
me
yes.
really mad. Anyway, really mad, like a Simpsons old man in the window, mad.
Oh, shaking his fist at the sky.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a break and we'll get ready for tonight's musical performance. The Hulk Caesar Show is brought to you by our friends at the Resource Center for the Arts at the LSPU Hall. ARCAT is thrilled to announce Kids at the Hall Summer Camp from Monday, July 28th to Saturday, August 2nd at the LSPU Hall. This camp will give students aged 11 to 14 hands-on learning opportunities in a professional setting. Working alongside industry professionals, students will gain experience in acting, playwriting, improv, technical arts, and theater design. This summer camp is the first step in a larger goal of semesterized classes this fall and winter. Summer camp enrollment is $250 per student. For more details, you can contact Anna Mature at rcatheater.ca, which I'll put right here on the screen. It's now time on the Hulk Caesar Show for a live musical performance in our Hot for the Moment studios, high above Posey Row in downtown St. John's, Newfoundland. Tonight's musical guest needs no introduction, as she got one a little earlier on. I'm speaking, of course, about my favorite singer, Newfoundland Songbird, and my wonderful co-host, Emily Molloy. Emily, what do you have for us first?
This is Bloom by the Paper Kites.
In the morning when I wake, the sun is coming through. You fill my lungs with sweetness, and you fill my head with you. Shall I write it in a letter? Shall I try to get down? Or you fill my head with pieces of a song I can't get out? Can I be close to you? Can I be close to you? Can I take you to a moment where the fields are painted gold and the trees are filled with memories of the feelings never told? When the evening pulls the sun down and the day is almost through, oh, the whole world is sleeping, my world is you. Can I be close to you? Can I be close to
Thank you.
Amazing. Who'd you say it was by?
Paper Kites.
Paper Kites.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I've heard of them.
I haven't either, but that's awesome.
Thank you.
You're so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Emily, we've been doing the show down here at the Hot for the Moment Studios for just over a full year now. We've gone from a couple of microphones over there in the corner where you're sitting right now to this multi-camera full studio setup. What have been some of your favorite memories of the past 12 months?
Oh my goodness. My favorite moments, definitely when we filmed that commercial for your friend that's in tech. That was a really funny day. Guest wise, I loved having Andy Jones.
Yeah.
He was definitely my
Yeah, he was amazing.
favorite. I can see them all behind you now. I can pick out all my faves. Judd was cool too. We love Valmy. Valmy's like
Yeah, I
our
love Valmy.
podcast crush.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
many cool people.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good guests, and we got a lot more coming up here too. It's a great place for guests for sure. Everyone comes on our show.
Yeah, we're the cool.
Awesome.
Now, summer is just around the corner here, and with it comes the summer concert season. Do either of you plan on checking out any of the bands coming to town? Jill?
I'd like to see the Killers, but I'm going to just wait it out and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not the time that they're performing. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in town that day, so I'm just going to wait it out and see.
Do you know who the unannounced bands are yet?
No, I don't. No.
She doesn't have the scoop.
I've already shared one big scoop tonight. That's it.
All right.
That's fair. We get one scoop.
We like one scoop per segment usually, but
But Serena Ryder with Folk Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's amazing. She was at Arts and Culture about 10 years ago, I guess. I saw her. She's fantastic. But that weekend I will be gone, and I'm so upset. So, anyways.
Emily, anything you're looking forward to?
The Killers would be cool. However, I will be working a lot. So same thing. I'm just I'm going to see if it happens. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might. We live just down the road from Iceberg Alley, so I'm not going to go inside the tent, but I might go sit outside and hear Old Crow again and
You definitely hear it.
hear some Dan Mangan. Reach out to Dan Mangan's management. Maybe we get Dan to come on the show. Who knows?
There you go.
You never know. All right. Well, thanks to our friends at the Resource Center for the Arts at the LSPU Hall. We have time for one more song. Emily, what's going to be?
This is one that I used to listen to all the time. It's by John Mayer. Some people roll their eyes when I say that, but I believe he is one of the greatest guitar players up there with Keith Urban of all time. And this was on his album Continuum, and it's called Stop This Train.
Oh, I'm not a cab
So good.
Prettiest voice. Thank you. Can you imagine opening your mouth and that sound comes out? And then you can play guitar too? Oh my God.
Amazing.
Amazing.
All right, it's now time for everyone's favorite game of questions, Caesar's Casual Conversations with tonight's guest, Jill Bruce. Now we have refilled the commemorative E.T. the Extraterrestrial hat with questions.
What is it?
You choose one and you answer as much as you'd like, or you can draw another one if you want. We don't really care. Now, we asked the AI for 100 questions to ask people. Then we ran through that 100 questions. So then we asked the same prompt for 100 more questions that they hadn't used. These are the second tier questions.
Who do I ask this?
You're asking yourself. Read it aloud. Read it aloud and answer it.
Oh, this is easy.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. There we go.
If you could instantly master any skill, what would it be? I just said it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being able to sing and play an instrument. Oh my God, I played the flute and it sounded like it was, I said it was broken. I said, I have a broken flute, so mine doesn't work. I tried to play guitar and...
broken guitar too. It's weird. You got bad luck.
I got as far as pick, strum, and I think we both realized we were done.
Oh, okay.
But, so amazing. I would love to be able to sing.
Really?
And not just in my car with nobody else, like to actually be able to sing and someone want to hear my voice. Yeah, that would be it. I would do it.
What do you think, Emily?
Well, I guess I can't say that.
You already do that.
People like listening to me sometimes.
You've mastered that skill, girl.
I would like to master doing my taxes.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a cool skill.
Yeah.
Any administrative work whatsoever, even writing an email gives me the most stress.
I could teach you how to write a good email.
See, but that's what I need. That's what it is. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I would like to master getting my shit together.
Oh, I can't do that.
Perfect. I guess I'd like to master carpentry. I'd like to be just instantly a master carpenter, be able to build anything.
Too.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you pass Emily the hat, Jill? You throw that one on the floor. Oh yeah, so we do throw on the floor.
It's like peanuts at East Side Mario's.
Gross. So gross.
Same thing. Comedy movie or action movie? It's tough. It depends on the mood that I'm in, but I do more often go for comedy.
What's some of your favorite comedies?
So I have to bring this up because it's a hit or miss because I think some people got the wrong idea about this movie. I loved it personally, and I got Mark to watch it the other day because I quote it constantly.
Lolita?
No, and no one knows what I'm talking. It's The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville.
My boss asked me the other day if I'd seen that. He's like, so funny. Knoxville's so funny in
It's
it.
so good, and like it's also like super sensitive to like it's the Special Olympics, and like
Knoxville goes to special pretends
he
he's
fixes the Special Olympics,
Okay.
and like the actors in it are they have Down syndrome, and they're the funniest. Like it is the best movie I think I've ever seen.
There's a great movie called Champions. I don't know if you've seen it with Woody Harrelson, where he coaches a special needs basketball team.
I didn't.
And the actors
I would
are all
love to
special needs
watch that.
actors. It's amazing. It's so fun.
But like my favorite part from the movie, I say it all the time, and it's when the fuck did we get ice cream?
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, "Why do you always say that?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "We have to watch The Ringer now."
I don't want to watch it because I don't watch movies, but I want to say that all the time now. When do we get ice cream?
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Jill?
I don't watch movies.
No, you don't watch movies?
So I grew up in a house where you watch movies all the time. My husband loves movies. One of my boys loves movies. The other one is like me. He could be bothered.
Yeah.
I love quick sitcoms. I love a series. I could sit down and watch 4 hours of a series.
What's a good series you watched lately?
But I wish the morning show would come back. I love that
Yeah, we're
one.
caught up on that.
I hear that they're doing another season of Ted Lasso, which I
heard
that
yeah.
got me through a really
I never
hard
watched it,
winter.
but Tangine liked it.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's so good. Anyways, it was amazing. I like kind of lighthearted. Although I'm now into watching real life murder shows, which I don't like.
Murder
thrillers.
porn, they call that.
Yeah.
I don't like. Apparently, it's like when you hit 50-ish, you start watching murder
Crime
shows. I guess so
documentaries.
you don't. You just watch other people murder people, so you don't actually murder people.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm really into that, but movies are not my thing. And I can't remember if I watched a movie before. So if I saw it, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I didn't see it. We had an argument about Gremlins too. I'm like, I didn't see it. Yes, we watched it at your house. So I'm not a movie person. Sorry.
I only remember it if I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just
Well,
like,
13 going on 30. I'm sorry. I know
it's
it's
a beautiful
cheesy. It's my
movie.
favorite movie.
It's a great movie.
Ever, because they're just the two best people. Anyway, sorry.
I watch all the movies. I love movies. I'm not a big comedy. I do like comedies, but I'm not a huge comedy guy. I like action. I like drama movies.
Like
I like watching.
superheroes.
I like watching 9/11 clips.
Tragic events.
I'm a simple man.
I murder. He's tragic. This is what happened to us.
We did grow up in proximity to the boys' home. All right, here we go. What's your favorite podcast? That seems like something I'd put in.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't.
Did
The AI,
you write that
The AI
down?
made these up.
Right,
I'm
I
telling you, the
think
AI
you
made them
know.
up. That's a good question. We'll throw it away. This one got someone put their back in. We got asked that one last week.
Somebody
put it back
got
in the
ketchup
hat.
on this one, man.
Oh, afternoon nap or early bedtime.
Ooh.
Now, I hate napping. I've only napped maybe a half dozen times in my life. I actually napped last week. My wife said, "Oh, I'm going to take a nap." And I was, "I'll take a nap with you." And I lay down and fell asleep for like an hour. I felt miserable for like 5 days.
Yeah.
Can't nap.
No, me either.
Early to bed though, 9 o'clock, 9:30. Love to go to bed that early.
Yeah, you stop writing in the group chat around like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And then if anybody consistently writes, he's like, "Guys, it's past my bedtime."
It's good. It's good to have office hours.
Yeah. Know your boundaries.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, you same way?
So I don't nap. I'm the same way. If I happen to fall asleep, then I feel dead when I wake up.
Yeah.
Miserable. But I'm in a fun phase where I don't sleep at all now.
Oh.
I go to bed early. I don't sleep. I go to bed late. I still don't sleep. It's been, yeah. So I'm working on about 4 hours over 2 nights, and it's pure adrenaline at this point. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So hopefully that shifts soon, because that's not a fun time.
I hear magnesium is really good for that.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
On it.
All of it.
Think so. Yeah. Anything else?
I know.
I'm almost to Benadryl.
Yeah.
Like, what's that stuff that you chew the root that you chew in Fight Club? He tells the guy to chew.
Makes you pass out.
Oh, this horse tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Tranquilizer. There you go.
Ketamine.
I love sleep. Like, sleep is my favorite thing. So yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
What about you, Emily? A nap person, doll?
Not a nap person. I do nap though, because life is exhausting.
It is exhausting.
But same thing. If I nap, I can't, like, it's kind of like in the morning with the alarm. I'm like, I can get like another 5 minutes for sure.
Yeah.
So if I'm napping, I'm like, I'm going to nap for another half hour, like when my alarm goes off. And then I've been sleeping for like 2.5 hours.
See?
And then the whole night's ruined.
Yeah.
I'm up all night then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I do nap, but I don't like it.
No.
I can't nap,
Like a
but
toddler.
I just kind of stare into the void is my version of napping. I'll just sit in my chair, just stare into the void for an hour.
Maybe I need to change my other answer to what do I want to master the skill of? Maybe napping.
Napping.
Maybe I need to nap and then sing and guitar. Okay.
There we go.
I got a couple.
Excellent. All right, Jill, thanks for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having me. It's
Now,
been great.
how does it work for your next term? Like, people got to do anything for you? Is there anything you need? Or
Well, we'll see how it goes. If we have a full slate, then it'll be a full-on campaign again, and I'm tired, so I
Yeah.
don't know if I can do that. So maybe it would just be me, and that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, excellent.
But yeah, looking forward to
And
it.
how people reach you if they if something's wrong?
She doesn't want to say.
311.
Jay Bruce at stjohns.ca.
Google it.
Yeah, that's right. Google it. Come on.
Do the work.
I'm not on Twitter.
You all have a phone.
My Facebook is my own.
Amazing. We'll get you to sign the flyer after you put on the
great.
wall.
Yeah, great.
And I don't know, did you get that one? Volume 3 of our
No, I
scene?
did not.
This is the one that features pictures I took in the Avalon Mall in 1995. I skipped school and
awesome.
told people I worked for the Telegram and took pictures of them working.
Love it.
so good.
And
Love
for
it.
some reason, I developed them and put them in my agenda.
But like nobody else has this.
Yeah, nobody.
This is amazing.
Great. Awesome. Perfect.
Emily, how are you doing? You're all booked up for everything, I guess?
Yeah, so this summer is booked for weddings, and I start on Hudson and Rex next week.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Oh, I'm excited.
Maybe we can get the new Rex and
Definitely. Oh my God, if I get to meet the dog, I'll just die.
take pictures for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be obsessed.
Yeah.
They'll be kicking me off pretty quick. They'll be like, she's just too crazy obsessed with the dog. It didn't work
She's got
out.
dog mad.
Keep your crazy in.
Yeah. I need to reel it in a
I
little
can teach you
bit.
that skill too.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week when we'll have a musical performance from Rachel Cousins. Rachel got a brand new album out. I think it's going to be really big.
I've heard some of it. It's wicked.
We're going to get a couple of little tastes of it ourselves next week. That's going to be great. You got something to say Jay Bruce at Hulk at hulkshow.com.
I got enough stuff.
For Jill, Emily, and myself, I'm the Hulkster. Thanks for watching The Hulk Caesar Show.